and the shot before the one he hit was like a foul line extended sort of fade turnaround. Like, I mean, he makes these shots that are tough shots for athletic 6'6" guys, and he does it as a 7-footer, and his footwork and his touch are so good, like, yeah, that was incredible. I mean, that shot, anybody doing that, and Rivers drew it up to be a long 2, but Embiid said he likes that spot and he felt comfortable coming over to the ball even more. So it was a 3, got the ball and turned, and knocked it down. Didn't hit any, just swished it. But yeah, you're right. He's probably, from the sounds of it, from the voters and so on, it's going to be Jokic. And I don't see Jokic. I mean, he's a great, and the Greek freak Antetokounmpo, he had an unbelievable year. And the game he had against the Sixers where they beat him and he blocked Embiid shot late where they won, that you could make a case for him too. It's just different. John Nash, the former Sixers GM, always used to say MVP stands for most victories produced. So I always thought it was for a team. Now the Sixers have finished 4th, so they didn't win the East or anything like that, but they won the East last year, and Embiid only played in 70%, of the games, which is probably why he didn't win it last year. But he's got a lot, Jokic has a lot of good analytic numbers and a lot of, he's a very good passer. He does a lot of things really well. Isn't the factor defensively, and is not having nearly as good a postseason as Embiid is. But, there's not a whole lot, I guess you can, you can do about that. It was interesting. You probably saw Markelle Fultz a few days ago saying about the process, and they're not going to, he called into the sports talk station Orlando and said they're not going to reward anybody from the process.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe some people think that. I really don't know. And I didn't have a vote, and all 3 are deserving. I mean, you can make a case for all 3.
Sure, yeah.
The ones that say, "Oh, Jokic, doesn't deserve it," that's not true. And the same with Antetokounmpo, But seeing Embiid all the time, it's also hard because you appreciate so many little things that you get to see if you watch him regularly. Whereas if you see him 8 times on national TV a season, you miss a lot.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, a lot of the voters look at that head-to-head matchup with Joker, and they look at the head-to-head matchup with Giannis. I'm not saying it's fair. I think that's one of the things they really focus on.